What's up, guys? I finally have some time off from schoolwork. Sorry, I had to let that one out. I'm grateful for the life I have, but I've been pretty busy lately, and low-key, I'm tired. I don't know. I just want to peek into some people's lives, and hopefully feel a little better about my own. I also started a new Minecraft world, so hopefully y'all like watching Minecraft. If y'all have any suggestions on what I should add to my world, just leave a comment down below. And without further ado, let's get into these Reddit confessions. I'm putting my extremely profoundly disabled 7-year-old into a residential facility so I can forget he exists. I'm not sorry. I can't tell anyone this, even my therapist. Lambast me if you want, and maybe I even deserve it. I only ask what you would do if you were in my situation, not what you think people should do, what you would really do. I'm a single mom of 2 boys, 12 and 7. My husband passed away 3 years ago in a work accident. A very large portion of me believe it was a suicide. I can't see him ever making the mistake he made that caused his death. And he had taken an action just before that which ensured his co-workers weren't in the room. I fully believe he killed himself because of our younger son, and no one will ever change my mind. We were told when I was pregnant that he would have Down syndrome. We could handle that, even if it was severe. It turned out he has a chromosome deletion. His disorder is kind of rare, so I won't post which specific one, but suffice to say he'll never be anything more than he is now or has ever been. And what he is nothing. He doesn't appear to have any awareness and never has. His eyes are locked in one position. He doesn't respond to noise, touch, or pain. He is total care. He is capable of nothing. He is tube-fed and on oxygen. He is in diapers and will be forever. He makes no sounds, no attempts to communicate. He never even really cried as a baby. He has never made an attempt to interact with anyone or his environment. I'm not upset because I got a special needs/imperfect child. I feel the way I feel because this thing takes up 200% of my time and does nothing. I didn't get an imperfect child. I didn't get a child. I don't love him. He doesn't have any personality. There is nothing to love. And yet, I'm responsible for him. In addition to his extreme delays, he's also medically fragile. Respiratory crises, fecal impactions, his autonomic nervous system doesn't function properly, issues with his G-tube, infections, pressure sores no matter what we put him on or how we position him. Our older son has suffered because his non-existent brother has colored everything in his life. He's had medical care get delayed because there's only one of me and host brother is more critical. We do have a visiting home nurse, but only 20 hours per week, and we aren't eligible for more. I was starting law school. I gave up my dreams and my plan for my children for this potato. My older son can't do a lot of things he wants to do because of the younger's need for care and appointments. The final straw was, I heard a sound. I went into younger son's room to check, thinking he had forgotten how to breathe again, and saw older son hitting him and screaming, "You're why I don't have a mother. You're why I don't have a father. You're why I can't have friends over. You're why I can't be in sports. I didn't ask for you, and I hope you die." Instead of being horrified, I watched. And younger son just did. Not react. No signs of pain or fear or upset. No reaction at all. He breathes, but he is not alive. He doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know who older son is. He has no sense of self, life experience, or awareness of his surroundings. He doesn't need to be in my home. He doesn't know or care where he is. He is genetically my son, but he is not family. My previously abused, brain-damaged cat who can't walk straight has more personality and is far more lovable than my child. In fact, I was looking forward to raising a Downs baby, even one with severe impairments, for that reason. With disability can come gifts. This boy is not a gift. He is a genetic mistake I probably should have miscarried and would have definitely terminated if I'd known he would be like this. And the flip side is, if he has awareness, he's miserable, and there is nothing I can do. If he has likes and dislikes, no one knows what they are. If he is in pain, he can't tell anyone. If he wants anything, he can't communicate. He's had every imaginable therapy. Nothing has made a difference. And so he's leaving our home on the 29th. I feel excited and relieved and then guilty, because I know we'll be happier with him gone. He's already taken my husband and my son's father. He was working so much OT to pay for the cucumber's care, for the experimental therapies insurance wouldn't cover, because this one was going to be the breakthrough. He was tired and defeated and disappointed. He sought counseling as well, but I don't think he could ever say the words. I don't want my son in my home either. He's ruined my older son. I was so wrapped up on the younger, I never realized how ignored and damaged he was. He lost his father too. I didn't just lose my husband. He is my priority now, and this malignant lump can be someone else's problem. At least they'll be paid a wage to care for him. At least they'll get a break from him when they punch out. I just want to never think of him again, sorry. I work with the elderly, and I can't bloody stand them. I work in a care home, challenging behavior, aggression, dementia, schizophrenia, health issues, bedbound, nursing, the lot. 80 plus residents, 4 units. I didn't realize until I worked in care how rude, arrogant, entitled, nasty, racist, homophobic some elderly are. Out of all 80 plus, only about 8 are actually decent. They are so disgustingly rude, it's unbelievable. And this is even the ones who are non-dementia. Dementia crowd are a different breed. Some are lovely, some are the most awful people I've ever met. And before you guys go crazy and scream, but it's their dementia, yes, some of it. But there's still a human being under the dementia. And there's no way calling one of my black colleagues a monkey, nen, gay, wog, and specifically attacking them for being black, or our Indian ladies, is new to them. That's been there for decades. One guy looked at one of our new African sponsorships and said, "Get back on your banana boat and fuck off." They treat us younger people literally like we are their maids, barking their every want at us when they can see we are busy. They hurt us, berate us, go out their way to make our job more difficult. One lady, non-dementia, threw her dinner plate with her dinner on at me because I got her husband's sugar wrong in his tea. I was targeted and attacked my entire pregnancy. Zimmer framed to the stomach, punched in the stomach, spat at, had a carbon dioxide fire extinguisher sprayed at me when I was heavily pregnant, told I should be ashamed of my mixed-race baby. One new entry came in and only lasted 4 hours before his previous care home was called to take him back as he chased me saying he wanted to kill me and my baby. I've had shit thrown at me, my hair pulled, dirty nails dug into my skin and scratched. Another guy threatened to rape my younger colleague, which really upset her. They're just vile. I'm sick and tired of saying we need to respect our elders, and they're sweet little innocent cuties. There's some really nice ones, sure, and I absolutely love doing care with them, but the others are just so nasty. Edit, just an add-on. In my experience, schizophrenic people, medicated, are the sweetest people ever. We have a gentleman who is on injections each month, and he's a huge guy. Big, muscly, 6 foot plus. He's in his 60s, and he's so lovely and often tries to protect female staff from other male residents. Our schizophrenic ladies have their moments, but generally are really kind and really intelligent too. Hi, I am 28M, and it's 12:25 a.m. I didn't get a single call. I have tickets for the Coldplay concert on January 26th, my favorite band, and I don't even want to attend anymore because I have 3 extra tickets, and not a single friend agreed to go with me. I booked them, hoping someone would come. The seats are Block B, lower WW100 to WW103. If you find all those seats empty, understand that I am gone. And it's not because I didn't want to attend the concert. I really wanted to, but not even one of my friends agreed to go. It's not just about the concert. I am a person who lives alone, and my family lives in a different town. I see people on their birthdays getting tagged in a ton of stories and posts, but no one ever tags me. I didn't even get a call from my family. I had a friend who used to call me at exactly 12 every year. But today, I didn't even get that call. I asked my office colleagues to celebrate my birthday with me, and I offered to pay for the liquor, cake, and everything else. Yet they said they already had plans for the weekend. I hope I am not a terrible person. I think I am, but I always wished people happy birthdays on time. I never purposely hurt anyone, and if I did, I am sorry. I never meant to. I think maybe people don't like how I look. I have vitiligo, and I am not as successful as I should be for my age because I am a little underconfident. Is that why people hate me? I don't know why people hate me. If it's because I am unsuccessful, I can become successful. But maybe that's not it. Maybe they hate that I have vitiligo. Maybe that's the reason. But I didn't ask for it. I just got it. Can people really hate me just because I have vitiligo? I think so. I wouldn't hate anyone, though. I even love the people who literally beat the shit out of me when I was in school because I got offended when they made jokes about my skin condition. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten offended. Maybe they were only having fun. I could have ignored them or even laughed along with them. That might have resulted in a good friendship. Maybe they would have wished me a happy birthday. I think I was always the problem. That's why not even my parents love me the way they love my brother. He's successful. He's abroad with his wife and dog. They're amazing. They didn't wish me a happy birthday, though. It's okay. His workday isn't over yet. He's 6 hours behind, so he might have forgotten. That's okay. He's busy. but he was the only one who understood me. Then he got married and became busy, which is understandable. I hope he becomes even more successful. Even last year, he forgot my birthday because he had a big project he was working on. The friend who always called me didn't call either. He said he was traveling, so maybe that's why. I think people forget me because I'm not that important, and that's fine. I don't add anything to people's lives. I only take. Maybe I am terrible because I don't add value to people's lives. Maybe people will only call me on my birthday after I do. But I think it's too late now because I feel like if I left, no one would be that hurt. They've already created distance from me, and they wouldn't feel sad. Maybe that's why my ex got married to someone else. She made the right decision. Who wants a person who is always vulnerable in front of them? Although I was strong when she told me she was getting married in 3 weeks and that her roka was the day after tomorrow. I didn't shed a single tear or say anything emotional. I just said, "Congratulations, enjoy your life," and left. She might have thought I was heartless. Well, I was heartbroken, not heartless, but I can understand her point of view. I think you can understand why I believe I am a terrible person. And isn't it better to sleep forever, not knowing what happened to you? When I was 16, I robbed several bank ATMs and was somehow never caught. I'm in my 50s now, so I am probably not going to get arrested for this, but I still don't know how this never caught up with me. In the early 80s, ATMs had a feature called Deposit with Cash Back. It was a check cashing feature, but for some reason, it ran on the honor system. Of course, this feature went away eventually, but I figured out that if I just put an empty envelope into the ATM and I didn't seal it, I could claim that the bank lost it. So the ATM would cash the check. Then a week later, the bank was like, that envelope was empty. For whatever reason, Bay Bank let me get away with that. That summer, my family stayed in a cottage in Hyannis for 2 weeks. During that time, I opened savings accounts at 5 different banks using the rented house address. They mailed me ATM cards within a few days. I deposited with cash back on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and early Monday. Back then, the limit was $400, and they were going to check the ATMs by Monday so the scam would be over. I scored $10,1984. No one ever came looking for it. I was never questioned or arrested. I don't understand why or how. The only thing that happened was the FDIC had me on a list of people who banks shouldn't do business with. I didn't even find out about that till I was 21, 5 years after the crime. I was in college and tried to open a bank account and no bank would let me. 40 years later, I have a bank account and nothing ever happened. It's the only time in my life that I had good luck. Of course I blew the money. Back then it was enough to put down on a house or easily bought a car. I spent it on girls, weed, and beer. It was fun, but I wish I was smarter. If you stuck around this far into the video, I really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed today's confessions. Honestly, I don't really know what else to say. Thanks for hanging out with me and listening to these stories. I always find it interesting getting a glimpse into other people's lives, even when things get a little crazy. I actually need to go take a shower now because I didn't get the chance to this morning, so I'm gonna head out. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, or do whatever it is people do on YouTube. Either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, I'm out. Bye, guys.